My name is Jenny Calabrese.
And your specific topic of interest?
My interest area is biodiversity in general, with a specific reference to agricultural biodiversity. Yes, it's everything related to the biodiversity, which is specific in the agricultural area. Mainly is commonly known as plant genetic resources or other kind of genetic resources that goes around agriculture. But actually there is another part of agricultural biodiversity that attain the relationship between agriculture, the fields, and the natural areas or the natural context. So the whole landscape, the flora and vegetation, or the animals, the arthropods and whatever, any kind of specific community that relies to agricultural systems. And my specific field of interest is the correlation between what is going on in the field in terms of agricultural practices, production and whatever, and what is around the field. So the impact of agricultural practices on agriculture, even in the impact of the choice of the farmers, but even the impact of the planning choice on the territory and on the territorial organizations, in order to grant the continuity of delivering of ecosystem services. Without biodiversity, we are not able to catch the energy on the earth. And so if we have the possibility to have life on Earth, it's because we catch the energy, the solar energy, and we convert into biomass energy and everything which is related to life on the system.
Do you see any sort of resistance between the farmers and the scientists in sharing their knowledge and taking their each other experience and taking them into practice?
Well, in the beginning there is a kind of diffidence, but when we start working with the farmers and to listen to them, they are very prompt to understand the concepts. They touch with their hand what is the value of having biodiversity on their farms. They are very aware that you can decrease the application of inputs for agriculture and so decrease the cost of production by having gadgets on the farm. And on the other side, they remember that when they were young children, they had different fruits on the same field, and so they go back easily to this kind of concept.
Is it something for the rich world only, or is it something that can easily be taken to the...
On the contrary, it's something that can relate on the smallholders and small farmers, because the rich, they do not need such intervention. But in the case of low input system, low input agriculture, agricultures related with small fields, small farmers, we need a lot to go back to a sustainable agro-environment that helps agriculture to be productive. The problem is that in the last 50 years, agriculture came to be very intensive in terms of input, farming input. So we are used to think about solving problems once they arise or just before they arise. It depends on what the approaches, how much intensive are, by applying a chemical product, which can be a fertilizer, can be a pesticide, or something that helps us to solve the problem very quickly. But if we think about organizing a territory with edges, isolated woods, and all things that relate to not the productive area, but what is around. Like if we have a big garden, we take care of what is around, we are able to avoid such intensive application of chemicals, and we are able to achieve good production level. That's why with farmers, we don't have any kind of problem usually. They are quite diffident in the beginning, but then they follow us very easily.